Guys, what's up? Welcome to another episode of I Analyze Your Replays, and today we have a PvP with a focus on how to not die after doing damage, aka how to understand your losing conditions and how much you actually commit. So let's get started. Real quick, I am a little bit under the weather. I'm a little bit sick. My throat is a little bit acting up. So actually that's the only thing. So you guys don't have to worry. So this is going to be a little bit of a lower energy episode. Hopefully, I've been really bad at keeping low energy for what I'm doing with streaming and recording and talking. But I mean, I'm gonna try, right? So this game was sent in by Ding, our best friend from the All Things Protoss Discord, and in this game Ding will go for a lot of edits because you will see in a little bit. You will see in a little bit why, right? We will fast forward and you will see a double edit opening because what is this? We see a 1 gate cyber core. We see no wall. Of course we will go double edit. Now I personally don't like double edit openings anymore. I feel like they have been mostly figured out for a while now, and they have one huge disadvantage that is very easy to punish, that we will see being punished in this game, right? So we will fast forward. We have opened up 2 gate, our opponent has opened up 1 gate. If there are any minor macro mistakes in this game, we will not notice them. We don't care about them. We just care about the theory behind this, right? So we get 2 edits, you kill the probe, we shade over. We don't shade in. Actually, we do shade in because there's only 1 stalker. Kill some probes. And Ding is doing the really smart thing that I would almost always recommend doing against the 1 gate fast expand, unless you really want to go ham, is just expand behind it, right? Just expand behind it. Just stay in the macro game. Don't all in. Ding is making one big mistake though, and that is actually not a minor macro fuck up, but a big one, and that is right now being supply blocked, not being able to be building probes. And that is big. And that is big because that transitions, or that kind of forces you to make the mistake that we are about to make. It's a little bit complicated, right? So what will happen is we'll get 6 adepts, actually 8 adepts, because those 2 adepts of course survived. So we have 8 adepts with a robo behind it. And then we shade in. And this is one of the or it used to be one of the main Protoss openings with 8 adepts pressure, and it makes a lot of sense in theory against this, right? Because there's nothing here. We can just shade in. So we just shade in and we kill a lot of probes, right? But here's a big thing about this that I talked about in one of my coaching sessions. Actually, I thought in another I Analyze Your Replays. Now I talked about in a coaching session, that is, if you harass or get harassed and those harassment units die. Now this might sound obvious, but think this through. Those units are dead. And even if they don't die, especially in the case of adepts, those are harassment units. Every adept being built is not a stalker. Every adept being built is not a stalker. Every adept lost is not on the field anymore. Which means right after you being harassed, and right after you're being harassed, you can usually just walk over the map and kill them. Right? Makes sense. And right after you have harassed and lost your units, you are in a very dangerous position. So from the harasser point of view, what you have to do is try to keep a vision on whether or not they walk out. That is going to be that should have been the job of this adept, is to keep the vision around. So we know, are we actually being pushed right now? Right now we have to guess. And another big problem, which is not a minor macro mistake, of course, is that we were floating a lot of minerals. Now usually I don't like to harp on floating minerals like this, especially in most Protoss games, because it's usually just like you just build like 8 gateways, now you're good, right? Like right now if we would build like 8 gateways, done, we spend our minerals correctly. In cases like this though, where you harass a lot and you commit a lot into that harassment, it is actually essential to have those gateways out in time, because as we see, we have nothing at home right now, right? So this is one of those moments where you could like not a hardwire, but like put in a wire in your brain of like, I harass, I gotta make sure that I have something at home afterwards. Maybe you do it like as a general rule, as like I harass and make sure I have something at home afterwards. Or I harass with adepts, with this amount of adepts, meaning I'm gonna lose them, meaning I have to make sure that I have something afterwards, right? So this is a problem of mechanics technically, but more importantly, it's a problem of not having the right focus while harassing, because you underestimate how much you lose in terms of army, and a problem of vision and not making sure are we being actually attacked. Because of course the only thing that can actually kill us right now, because we are 10 props ahead, is a counterattack. That is the only thing right now able to kill us, except for like really good harassment. I personally always forget about really good harassment, but that is the only other thing that could actually kill us right now. And because of that, what happens is our opponent moves out. We have nothing at home. The gateways are just finishing up right now. Even then, we are still like teching pretty hard, I can see. Like, there isn't actually that many gateways. Actually, what happened there? I'm gonna check that out. But just so you guys see, we're just being overwhelmed right now. There's nothing we can do. Like, we have overcharged the battery. There's nothing we can do. We're just going to be overwhelmed right now, because we have underestimated just how much units we lose in harassing like that. Because it's very important to note, like, if you harass and you kill units of your opponent, that's of course a different story, because you're actually trading out against units. Right now, we're not trading against units, we're trading against economy. Right. So we have 1k minerals right now. What I'm wondering right now is, like, shouldn't this all go into gateways? Or like, we need a, let's think about this, right? We need the charge, or like some Twilight upgrade, because we got the Twilight. We already got the Robo, which we could be building Immortals from if we need to. I'm not a fan, you know that, but we could do that. And of course, we need to build 8 gateways. So let's ignore the Immortal as always. Get the charge, minus 100 minerals. That's still 900. That's still like quite a lot of gateways. Let's say 150, 300, 450, 600, 750, 900. Boom! We've got 6 gateways that we can build right now. Right? What do we build instead? That's the interesting portion. Of course, we're also not building probes, which is a huge problem. We build 3 gateways, 4 gateways, and a high temp archives. That's good. That's good. So even though those are pretty much on point, they were still much later than I expected them to be. So yeah, that's the main lesson then. Main lesson is, after you harass, you're gonna be in a very vulnerable state. Make sure that while you're harassing, you're gonna be not too much in a vulnerable state afterwards. Make sure you know how much you commit and what the risks are, because, well, your opponent is gonna not lose any units against adepts. Number 1. Number 2, make sure those risks are being minimized and you can react to them by having at least some form of knowledge about when the opponent is moving out. That's number 2. And number 3 is hardwiring those things so you don't actually float 1k minerals while that's going on and then die, because that's one of the most common ways to die in StarCraft 2. Of course, on the other side, if you're the harassed, always remember, if you lose a lot of eco, let's say 8 times out of 10, you can just walk over the map and kill them. If it's a Terran, do that. If it's a Protoss, do that. Again, every adept build is not a stalker. If it's a Zerg, it's a little bit tricky, because they can do whatever they want to do, but we're not talking about PvZ right now. This is a PvP unless you replay. So here you go. Guys, I hope this helped. Ding, I hope this helped. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the content, of course, as always, feel free to like, share, subscribe, ring the bell, all the important stuff. As always, I stream every day, Monday to Friday. However, I've changed my schedule. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I stream from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. CET, as per usual. And Tuesday, Thursday, I stream from 11 to 3 a.m. p.m. There you go. CET, because we have morning streams now, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Take care. Good luck on the ladder. Have a good one. Peace.